Hey everyone, and welcome back to Top 10 Everything. Today we'll be rediving into the history books to count down the top 10 greatest scientific discoveries of all time. These aren't just lab breakthroughs. They're the discoveries that fundamentally changed how we live, think, and see our place in the universe. Ready? Let's get started. Kicking things off at number 10 is gravity. Way back in 1687, Isaac Newton published his groundbreaking laws of motion and universal gravitation. He figured out why apples fall from trees and why planets orbit the sun, connecting Earth and the heavens with a single set of rules. And here's a cool fact. Newton's equations are so precise. We still use them today to launch rockets into space and keep satellites in perfect orbit. Coming in at number 9, we have evolution. In 1859, Charles Darwin's book on the origin of species introduced the world to natural selection. This idea completely reshaped biology, medicine, and even how we understand ourselves. Did you know humans share 98.8% of their DNA with chimpanzees? That's our evolutionary cousin right there. Darwin's theory also explains modern problems like antibiotic resistance, as bacteria evolved just like other living things. And number 8 is germ theory. Before the 1860s, nobody knew that tiny invisible organisms could make us sick. Then, Louis Pasteur proved that microorganisms cause disease. This led to life-saving innovations like sterilization, vaccines, and antibiotics. Before this, doctors didn't even wash their hands between patients. Now, that simple act saves millions of lives every single year. Next up, at number 7, the discovery of DNA. In 1953, James Watson and Francis Crick unveiled the iconic double helix structure of our genetic code. This discovery opened the doors to genetics, modern forensic science, and incredible biotechnology. Fun fact, if you could stretch out all the DNA in your body, it would reach from here to the sun and back over 600 times. It's the blueprint of life itself. Powering into our number 6 spot is electricity. It all started with Benjamin Franklin's famous kite experiment in 1752, proving that lightning was a form of electricity. Later, innovators like Michael Faraday and Nikola Tesla turned that raw power into the force that runs our world. Today, modern civilization, from the lights in your room to the internet, would be impossible without it. At the halfway point, number 5 is the periodic table. In 1869, Dmitri Mendeleev did something genius. He arranged the known elements by their atomic weight and had the foresight to leave gaps for elements that had even been discovered yet. And he was right. Gallium and germanium were found later, fitting perfectly into his predictions. The periodic table is the essential roadmap for all of chemistry. And number 4, we have vaccines. The story begins in 1796 with Edward Jenner, who created the very first vaccine to protect against smallpox, a devastating disease. Thanks to his work and subsequent efforts, smallpox was completely eradicated by 1980 today. Immunization saves an estimated 4 to 5 million lives every year from diseases like polio and measles. It's one of public health's greatest triumphs. Entering our top 3, at number 3, is quantum mechanics. In the early 20th century, brilliant minds like Planck, Einstein, and Schrödinger revealed the bizarre and wonderful rules that govern the subatomic world. While it sounds abstract, quantum theory is the engine behind lasers, super-fast computers, and MRI machines. In fact, your smartphone couldn't exist without it. Our runner-up, at number 2, is the Internet. What began as a military project called ARPANET in 1969 has become the central nervous system of our planet. The first message ever sent was just low before the system crashed. Today, over 5 billion people are online, connecting, sharing, and creating a true global village. It has completely transformed communication, commerce, and culture. And finally, the number 1 greatest scientific discovery of all time is the discovery of fire. Over 1 million years ago, our early ancestors learned to harness this powerful element. Fire gave us warmth, protection from predators, and most importantly, the ability to cook our food. Cooking unlocked more nutrients, fueling the growth of our brains and giving us a massive survival advantage. Without fire, the journey toward civilization might never have even begun. And that's our list. Which discovery do you think had the biggest impact on humanity? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing top 10s. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.